Hello! It's been a fucking second! How you all doing? If you can't see the moth, like if you cannot see this moth that I'm posting, right up there, that is because you don't have Better Twitch TV, which is a extension. Moth still has work to do, and so streams will be short-ish for a bit, but I want to be doing some streams. Yeah, that'll do it. Pat, 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 pat. But I think we should be good. We should be pretty safe to be that we'll be ready to move. But I was given a key for this game, and I've been interested in this game. So... Seed 666. Why not? No, 666, 696969. I'm not doing the other number. No, I refuse. On survival. Oh. I refuse to acknowledge its existence. Oh, that's just a black hole. I mean, yeah. I don't think running in a straight line from a black hole is a very effective way to avoid it. Like, very slowly running as well. Like, this isn't even like a fast sprint. This is like, oh, and I dead. You're right, not sure what happened, but our station is gone. You need to clean this mess if you want to survive. So WASD, control, and right mouse button removes things. Then space to ascend, descend with left alt. Okay, oxygen refiller. Yeah! One would hope, at the very fucking least. You may have learned that your oxygen level dropped during slightly, bottom left. When the level reaches 0, your body will get injured and result causing death. Refill oxygen, use ice to refill it, and there's asteroids floating around. So I assume, yeah, just telling me, give some asteroid a slap. Bop, 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 bop. Yippee! Okay, so just use ice in my inventory to refill my oxygen. Oh, is there? Oh no, there is an inventory. I've gotten kind of tired of inventory systems in automation games. So we need copper and iron. Yes! Hi, Blossom! God, there's been a lot of stuff going on because Move is busy. Is that iron? It do be iron. But yes! Hi, hello! I've been getting some actually decent money by, selling some stuff. Let's see, so it wants me to craft 3 iron bars and 2 copper bars. Okay, you can just go to sleep for now. If I need help, I'll wake you back up. Let's see. So it seems like we need to get research points, which I think I got when I completely broke apart an asteroid. How you doing, Blossom? Carbon ore. Do you mean coal? Why is it carbon ore? Why? Okay, no, I don't want to interact with the bot. Do I gotta? Oh, it does. Is that true? I actually did not know this. Yes, I know what electricity is. I do know what electricity is. Believe it or not. You want me to do what? You build a carbon reactor. Then give it some carbon. I'm not going to even look at what you're doing. Is there a way for me to tell it to... Oh, no. Okay, it looks like it might only go through it when it's actually burning electricity. That's good. Fair enough, Blossom. Okay. Or do I have to, like... Wait, I have to tell it to... Am I confused? Is it just because there's no... Is it just because are you not happy because there is no... Oh, I see. There's a power button. Except no, that turns it off. It is on. It's just not acknowledging that it is powered, I think. Okay, then. Let's get something that can actually consume the power. So we're going to need 4 iron bars. It's a metaphorical burning, not literal burning, you dork. Ooh, that is a asteroid I ain't seen, so that's probably important. Also, hi, Sai. I don't remember if I said hi, Sai, so hi, Sai. Hi, hello. Alright. Oh, I may have forgotten to actually set that up properly. Yep, I did. One moment. Allow. There we go. Now made. Nice. Yes. Okay. That's all you have to say. It's just, oh yeah, asteroid catcher is an efficient way of catching asteroids. Yeah, I figured since its name is asteroid catcher. Okay, tutorial bot's useless. Tutorial bot is completely useless. Let me make some copper wire, and then a bunch of iron. Okay. Definitely want to get an asteroid catcher just so that we can stop having to do this manually. Is there a way for me to turn off my jetpack? And mining, asteroid catcher. Power comes in there. Ba-da-da. Okay, and are you now happy? Nope. Apparently I don't have my reactor up and running. What do you want from me? Total consumption. Oh, do I need to? Oh. Oh, okay. Yoink. Ah, I see. So this is processing one while I catch the next one. But I still have not gotten the reactor up and running. I have no idea what it wants from me. Press modify and put inside carbon through the deposit items menu. It is literally burning said carbon. What do you want from me? Huh? My good bitch. What the fuck do you want from me? We're also going to definitely want a smelter to automatically make our bars. You're just... all you're doing is just telling me, build this thing to do the thing it's designed for. This is not helpful. This is not as helpful as you would think. Okay, I can just forcibly end a mission at least. Okay, we just need a whole bunch of iron. We have a whole bunch of copper. I have some iron on me. Yoink. I mean, his job is quite literally to be the tutorial. This is quite literally his only job. Okay. Also, construct. The gameplay is fine so far. The translation, not the best. If this is even a translation, like it says over to the left to construct smelter. Whoop. Did I just cancel it processing that? Maybe. Not sure. But regardless, I can make a... do I have the ability to sort things? Do I even have conveyor belts? No, I do not. Yes. Okay, hi Chef Vutal. I assume this extended name is still you. Logistics, give me. Conveyor belts. And yes, but no, he has. And, you will have to be slightly more specific. Because there are, several, such ways to get, the Lobotomy Corp to crash. So I need to make conveyor belts. I need iron plates to make conveyor belts. As is the standard for this sort of game. I mean, fair enough. I always find it funny learning, like, what caused people to come up with the name they have. Because some people have, like, really, lengthy and drawn out reasons for like, why did you make this your name? And then other people just are like, I thought it was funny. Oh, does this require anything? How do I sort? Okay, logistics blocks. So I need drilling and then logistics blocks. Okay, let's go catch some asteroids. Because currently that's our only way of doing this. Ha! Because, like, if you want to know what the reason for my name is, like, what is the reason behind Balinar? I got it from a random name generator, like, 20 years ago. That's it. That's the entire explanation. Oh, also, I just saw... who carries different kinds of kobolds in a bag or satchel and throws them. Fascinating. Fascinating. Because like, I want to set up a reactor, but if I can't sort it, then... or not reactor. I want to set up a smelter, but if I can't sort it, then conveyor belts are useless. Because unless I never catch ice or carbon. Oh no, it also uses carbon apparently, and iron plates. But it doesn't use ice. Let's see. Oh, also it has 2 inputs. Is one for coal, one for... oh, I wonder if you can use it as... oh, you also have to select a recipe. So no, this is pretty mediocre. Also, apparently I don't know how to make gold bars. Just flat out, I just don't know how to make them, apparently. Which, like, I don't think making I don't think it's really all that different to make a, gold bar from making an iron bar, but I could be wrong. Fair enough, Flynn. Fair enough. Okay, how do I steal? Do I just do, yeah, there we go. And, bop. Oh, I suppose I should, it would help if I powered it, wouldn't it? Okay, it can take 2 different inputs. So we can use this to cook up both our iron and our copper. But, like, I assume if I put this like so... yeah, just immediately it gave me ice. Oh, what did I just remove? I don't know. Which is moderately... oh, did I literally delete the ice off of it? I mean, that's actually a useful thing to be able to do, but... hi, Arrow. Hi, hello. Welcome on in. Oh, God. Also, D&D players continue to be unhinged. Positive. I had one of my groups wound up getting, eaten by basically a creature of rot and decay. And one of them had the clever idea of using a Staff of the Woodlands in it. Now, normally I wouldn't allow that, because it does specify it has to be planted in fertile earth. Problem is, the creature is sentient rot, which is basically just compost. So I allowed it, because, you know what, fuck it. If you give me... kind of my rule of cool is, give me a reason why this only works once. I think that's kind of how I run rule of cool. It can be overpowered, it can be fun, it can be silly. It just you have to give me a reason why it's only going to work this one time. Okay, let me... Well, this is going to be really scuffed just to maximize my cable value until I can get a proper setup. Copper and iron and bam and bam. Okay. But yeah, so they literally just grew a fucking tree inside of a monster. Fair enough. Is there a way of just quick taking the entire stack? Control click. Okay. Okay, C is... What is the... Okay, what is the crafting button? Oh, it's just tab. We need a bunch of copper wire and a bunch of... I'm just gonna turn all of my bars into wire. We're looking for copper and iron, mainly. Yoink. Yoink. Fail input slots. Yoink. Okay. Then we're gonna make some, I don't know, something like these. But yeah. I also did scrap my old computers. I harvested the GPU and RAM because we live in current year. And you know, that's kind of good. Conveyor ramp up. Huh. I don't know why it's saying there is a recyclable. Is that... I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Oh, okay, I guess conveyor belts, you can only pick them back up. You can't get their stuff back. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Okay, technology, logistics, give me. What laptops have RAM stick? Have swappable RAM? I don't know of any off the top of my head, but I also don't really care about laptops. Fair enough. Well, and then realize, okay, I did that, and now I realize that there's no space for the power to be ran anywhere. One moment. Wait, what? What have I done? Oh, I selected it. Okay, let's get this set up with space for the power to be ran. Fair enough. 24 gigabytes. Do they make 12 gig sticks? I'm trying to think, what configuration gets you 24 gigabytes? Because usually it's in powers of 2. It's 3 8 gigs? Oh, an 8 and a 16. Ooh. I am surprised that works. In all honesty. Okay, logistics blocks. Pusher, push specified resources. So then I specify. Actually, no. One moment. Let me pick you up. Let's get an oxygen refill. filler. Where is that just a device? Yes. It is quite simply just, oh, wait, there isn't even an input on this. Fair enough. I always thought you had to get matched sticks for dual channel. Or unless you're doing non-dual channel, in which case that makes more sense. Okay. How best to run cable? I mean, I could just do it like this. Doesn't mean the cable has to do a bit of a long run, but it means I can do this. If it's dual channel, it's one per channel. Blink, blunk. It's either dual channel or it's not. Blink, blunk, blink, blunk, blink, blunk. Yeah, I think if you have only 2 slots and it's not crashing, it's probably with 2 different sticks, it's probably not dual channel. If I had to guess. Okay, well, you're putting the wrong things in these. Modify. Select resource. Oh, I can set it to, so this pushes iron and copper. Whereas, and then I can actually just turn that one off. And this will push only, nope, right, other way. Copper. Or not, that is not copper, carbon. Well, that would be 2 sets of dual channel, most likely. Iron and copper. And then you have some random ice I need to steal. Is there an input limit? Why are you not being pushed in? Oh, I see. This isn't saying there is coal here. It's saying it's filtering for coal. Gotcha. Let's see. Yoink. Yep. Sometimes it is AABB. Not often, but sometimes. You do have to check the diagram. Yeah, the problem is just when it's trying to combine the 2 sticks as part of the same channel. There we go. I'm going to need to get auto asteroid. I know auto asteroid catchers are a thing, right there, yeah. But I have to go through automation and engineering. And get a whole bunch of research. Oh, construct laboratory. Apparently engineering includes a laboratory, which I don't know if that's accurate. I wouldn't generally consider a laboratory engineering. I guess material science is kind of engineering. This takes a while to process the asteroids, don't it? You know what? We'll just yoink the 7 copper. Also, God, Digital Circus. Oh, I forgot that I'm going to need to, you know, plug in the thing that runs on electricity. Forgot about that. Wait. Oh. Thankfully, verticality. I prefer automation games that let you play with verticality. By far. Like, I'm not gonna talk about it. Just to be clear, if you have not seen it, I will not be spoiling you right now. But it's really good. And I don't often get, like, merch. But I am gonna probably be getting the finale poster they just announced. Because it's really good, and I have been a fan of this thing for a long fucking time. Like a long fucking time. Let's see, so it's 2 by 4, okay. So I am at capacity on my current, reactor. If I want to add more, I'm going to need to add more. Do I have splitters now? No. Okay. Good to know. I mean, I guess I get the grappling hook. Ooh, cosmic harpoon. Oh, that just gives it to you. You don't even have to craft it. Yippee! There's no possible way that could end. Oh my god, that is aggressive. That is aggressively fast. Oh, good lord. That is just instant concussion. What the fuck? What the fuck is the range on it? Like, can it reach that? No, not quite. Oh. I think it was Control 3. Yes. Like... I mean, even just like this, like, Jesus Christ. Donk. Doesn't that have, like, the satisfying swing? It really does just pull you right to the target, but still. That's pretty nice. Alright, catching asteroids. I will take having something like that early. I can't see anything because it's just blue. But just like a lot of what has been, like, a lot of the episode I've been theorizing for a while, in all honesty. Which is good. It's not they're not pulling shit out of their ass. Shit was pre-planned. Like, outside of, I think, episode 1, there was a lot of stuff that wasn't yet set in stone, and then it is very obvious, though, from episode 2. Everything from there was perfectly planned. Okay, we need to catch some more carbon. And yoink yoink, and let us make, not the drill. Wait, oh, whoa, why am I almost out of oxygen? What the fuck? Oh, is that my health at the bottom left, not my oxygen meter? Oh. Ah, now I see. Now I understand how this system works. I kept looking down and being like, oh, it's fine. I still have full bars. No, that's my health. The little bar above those little dashed bars are, my oxygen. Whoops. Whoops. That would have been bad, presumably. I don't actually know for sure, but, you know. Okay, and if it doesn't get pushed out by any of those, just put it into a storage container. Utilities, device. It is a device. What the fuck a device is, who knows? Like, what is the definition of a device? All of these are devices. Okay, so it's just feed in copper and iron, it produces engineering, but it also does require power. Where do you feed in power? Ah, there. Dunk. We're not gonna automate this right now. Right now, this is just manual. Let's get some more iron going, and let's get some coal. I'm gonna keep calling it coal, even if the game calls it carbon. Oh, there we go. Oh, do you have to use wire? You're actually not allowed to just put them right adjacent to each other. Fair enough. And there we go. Oh, yap. Okay, so that generates engineering science points, which I can invest into construction, then automation, then automated catching, so I don't have to keep manually doing all this. Because that is the goal of all automation games, is to stop playing the automation game. Plain and simple. That is the end goal of every automation game. I mean, kind of, that's just the goal of every game. Secretly. Is if you're trying to beat a game, you're inherently playing to stop playing that game. So why are there terminals inside the deadly laser room? That seems non-OSHA compliant. It seems like those should be on the outside. Let's see, do we have a planetoid? Also, let me get the cosmic harpoon. That apparently lets us move the thingamabobs closer. You can also get water. Why would I want water? I guess. I suppose. Exploration, harpoon connector. So I just put that there. Oh, it does require power, unfortunately. We really need a better way of handling power, but I assume I would then put this here. Can't interact, no electricity. Because it does say a pair. But what if I now set up a power, which I have in my hotbar. Yoink. Oh, ow, why tits? Oh, god damn it. One moment. Tits failed to boot up properly because there's an update that I still need to put out to actually update to, but I never want to do it when I'm right about to start stream. So you're gonna get Tits on screen momentarily. Also, I can't see the game currently because Tits is stuck on screen. You'll get your lamp ran, it'll just be slightly delayed. Okay, I need more carbon. You, catch me carbon. Yoink. And any more carbon? Is there any more carbon? Am I just blind? Because I don't see any rocks that look like carbon. Okay, you know what that'll do. And then we will just, once again, steal a bunch of this. And slap it down here. Yoink. Can I just attract any planetoid? Oh. Oh, so I didn't need to build it on the other side. Or did I? Squint. Ah, I see. No, there is a dock. Oh, apparently that moves the station. Aha! This is a... Oh, I see. This is not for me. This is for, items to go across. Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, this is a very... I know I'm 6'3", but this is a very, very short bridge you have created here. Okay. Where is Tits? There's Tits. Trigger manager, lump. Lump. Drill. And bada bing, bada boom. And then we're just going to... Can I... Nope. Can I just remove the power now? Yes, I can. So then I can just move this over here. Though annoyingly... pretty much everywhere I could put it would block. Can I put down like a platform? No, I don't know how to make a floor. Or, yeah, no, I don't know how to make floor yet. So this is going to have to go like over top of it, which means it has to go up here. So I guess there's not really a point. I'm just gonna have to craft a whole bunch of wire. That's honestly cheap though, so... Yep. Don't ask how that works, because we don't know either. Planetoid 1. Yes? Is that a problem? Yes, apparently it is. Okay, so apparently you cannot cross-grid these. Good to know. Either that or I'm stupid. One of the two. Either is equally possible. And now if I turn this on. Yippee! We now have a drill. Wait, you want me to mine dirt? Why the fuck would I make a drill to mine dirt? Why do you think that is the most important thing? I'll get to the dirt eventually. All right. I need to make a little more of these. And then we're gonna need a little more of this. There we go. Don't know why I'm talking like this. Meh, forget about it. Now, I probably will just manually waddle it over for the time being. I don't really have enough, but this will get it to this place. Although, actually, I also wonder if these could act as a bridge for the power as well. So we just need a storage, which is going to require a little bit of, you know, iron. You know, the thing that we built a giant drill to harvest. We need to be able to store all the iron we're harvesting. We need iron. How automation games go. Yeah, it's just really funny to me how fast this flings you. Just donk. I also will need some ice soon. Apparently I've started mining dirt. Cool. Why would I care about dirt? I don't know. I do not know why I would be caring about dirt. Alright. Iron, copper. Paths? No. Utilities? No. Device? Yes. This is a device. What that means? I don't know. There we go. So all of the iron and dirt, I guess, will make its way to the storage container. I will then scoop it on up. And we can then just bring it over to here. And this is now going to prioritize copper. Oh, well. It's fine. And then any ice, we get from there. And get copper, iron going there, because we need to get to automated catching. That is a pretty big one. Also, why do you get walls before floors? Like, where is floor? Okay, yeah, you have to go all the way down here. Just like things you get before learning how to build a floor. Like astronaut capabilities, hydration, docking, scanning, a hand drill, an expansion of your inventory, robotics, engines, hydrogen, wall, automated catching, automation in general, space mining, the ability to like factory lines with construction. All of that you get before you learn how to make a floor. What the fuck? Why? Why are floors so goddamn expensive? Okay, we are definitely going to set up another one of these. Because, like, the mine, like, these are limited, but the drill gets you just a ton of short-term resources. Okay, so we need another drill. Oh, that's nice. You actually have multiple hotbars. So we need a carbon reactor, some cable, some conveyor belts. Yes, hello, asteroid, can I help you? Conveyor belts. The drill, and some harpoon connectors. Why does it feel like potatoes are such... I mean, I know why. Potatoes you can grow fucking anywhere. Like, potatoes are just a really stubborn crop. Which, funnily enough, people for a while actually were scared of potatoes. Because potatoes are in the nightshade family. So people actually, like, for a while, the main reason people, like, kept potatoes was to be able to basically fake grow nightshade. Was to, like, grow nightshade but not have a plant that could kill them in their house. That was, for a while, the, like, most common reason people had nightshades, or potatoes. You know what I could actually do? One moment. Let me pick up this storage container. You can set limits on how much, stuff goes in this slot. So I can say, put 20 coal here. And then if there's any extra, it goes here. Where we put another, blocker. Not blocker. What's the word? What is the word that I'm trying to think of? Pusher. Yes, that's the word. That pushes specifically carbon. So now it's kind of a jank splitter, but it is a splitter. It's definitely not as clean as would be ideal. Please tell me. Okay, there's some carbon at least. There is some more. And at the end of this, put back down the storage container. So if it doesn't go into any of these other slots, it goes into the storage container. Hi, Polly. Hi, hello. Okay. Oh, right. This needs electricity. Which means we need some copper. Bup, 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 bup. How you doing, Dark? Character, we're gonna make 5 of those. Plus a little more. Oh, of course, it's also on the other side. Can I, like, flip this? Nope. Cool. So I have to do this. Which is incredibly stupid. Yoink. Let's see, any more coal for me to harvest? Oh, no, that's iron. I don't actually need that. I need that though. That's coal. And we now hook this up like that. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay. And this one, we're gonna just attract the copper node over here. Let's see, where is the copper? Right there. So we're gonna probably want it to go like that. There we are. And I need more copper. Thank you. Drill. We're going to just drop you down. Can I just put you like right there? I can. Excellent. So then, what do you mean not enough resources? What do you mean not enough resources? Well, we do need it to ramp up. Oh, I see. That's why. We don't have enough resources. We're out of wire again. Okay, I'm definitely going to need to automate wire as quickly as I can. There we go. And now we see if I can do it like this. Because this is now marked as powered, so I'm wondering if this is just added to the network, basically. So that way, but you can, so don't connect them across with wire, but only using these, which would make sense to keep the grids separate like that. Wait, would this work? I think that should work fine. Are you, what? Oh, wait, where is your power? Wait, no, oh, no. I would have actually liked that to remain there, believe it or not. You know, this actually connects to power down here, I think it was, or where does it connect to power? Oh, no, it's down there. Can I? Oh, good. I can't actually just dig into this. So I'm not crazy. The power is here. Well, I am crazy, but that has nothing to do with this. There we go. And this, I should be able to just have with a bit more conveyor belts. I should be able to have it just feed directly into this. So I don't need to be involved at all. We need some plates. Okay. Definitely will not miss this chair or this table. These are kind of beat to shit. Unless, I think, unfortunately, I don't think it's actually outputting to this. Which is annoying. Okay, so then this has to be like that. But I don't think it's going to work if I do this. Okay, so it was not okay with this outputting directly onto a slanted one. But it's perfectly fine with this. This makes sense. Apparently. Okay. You know what? I'm not gonna question it. It works. That's all that matters. Good fucking lord. Okay, we're just looking for carbon now. At least until these start to run out. That'll do. Oh yeah, and ice, I guess. I guess breathing. Breathing is also kind of important. Speaking of which, I actually need to quickly get a refill. Alright, and let me go grab these. Apparently we got some quartz. I don't know what quartz is good for, but I'm sure it's good for something if the game's giving it to me. Alright, engineering progress. All this just to get the ability to automate this step. Oh, yoink. And let's see, carbon or ice. It's a pretty small bit of ice. That's a pretty big chunk of ice. What are y'all up to, though? 'Cause I've just been busy getting ready for the move, scheming a couple of things, but a lot of it's just getting stuff sorted, getting stuff organized, stuff that's not really that interesting to talk about. Because it's kind of just like, I took thing and put it in a box, or I put thing and shredded it because it's sensitive information. Or I took thing and I donated it because I just don't want it, even if other folks are. Because I will say, I like minimizing waste, basically. If I can donate something, I will usually, where I would rather someone else uses it even if I no longer want it. Okay, we have automation, which gets us a warehouse. Oh, you can store resources here and use them directly when constructing. I appreciate that that is a thing, because not enough automation games have that. Not enough automation games have that as a feature. So why do I have a compass? What is north in space? Blink, like what? There is no such thing as north in space, right? Like there's no magnetic north, there's no, fascinating. Fair, shadows are definitely, from what little I know of, art, shadows are definitely not a small, task. There's a reason why shadows are one of the main ways AI gets caught out. Because it's terrible with shadows. It can make shadows that look okay on a singular object, but trying to, like, connect them, like, make multiple objects share the same shadows, it always fails at. Where every object in a scene will just have its own light source in a lot of cases. Often a very similar light source. But AI just doesn't get it. Because AI is dumb. Yoink. Okay, how much do we need for this? One more. So we should have it now. There we go. Yoink. Okay, what does it cost to get automated catching? Okay, I need rods. To make rods, I can't make those by hand. So, we need to make a... Okay, that converts bars into plates. How do I make a... Huh. I made fair enough. And wait, furries recommending you look at latex bodywear? They would never do such a thing. Never. I am confused. There is no... When it says it converts bar... Okay. No, it's not a device that converts bars into plates. It's a device that processes bars and other produced resources into plates, steel screws. Why not just say it creates more complicated resources? Shakes fist at dev. Game's good. It is not great at communicating a lot of the shit with it. Jesus Christ. Bam. And once again, I am not currently... Okay, that still doesn't... What is it that you want? So it doesn't help me make the thing I need for this. What is that? It's an iron rod, which is made with coal and an iron plate. But where? By hand? No. You can make the iron plates by hand. I am confused. It says this uses iron rods. Where do I make iron rods? Right there, automation, iron rod. Does a smelter make it? Yes! Smelter takes plates and copper to make, or not, plate takes iron plates and carbon to make a iron rod. I guess it's like cast iron? I don't know. But I can do it. Like that's not an issue. I'm just bewildered by that being in that of all places. Also, hi Reggie, hi hello. Okay, you're not allowed to set it to be two of the same. Gotcha. Let's... Do not nom them off! But yes, also, I will be streaming if I have my stuff done, I'll be streaming every day up until the 26th. If I need more time, I will be skipping some days. Plain and simple. That's just how it's gonna be. And so the streams will be a little short until I am properly packed up. Okay, what was I doing? Right, I was making this happen. Except I need carbon, which we get out of here. And bam. Okay, that should be enough to let me get a automated catcher. Yoink. Yeah, this is definitely slowed down a good bit, but I mean, still plenty of stuff and things. Really wish I could set it to be 2 iron rods. Okay, you have to make an iron plate, or make an iron bar, feed it into a constructor to make it into a plate, and then feed that plate back into the smelter to make a rod. Huh. That is a bizarre production chain. Okay, I'm going to need more carbon. You know what? We have plenty of copper. We have plenty of iron. Back to this setup. We are just going to set you up right there. We are going to run power to you. We're going to then realize I need to craft more fucking copper wire. 25. Bam. Yoink. And then we're going to need one on the other side. Like, I think probably there. And then dock. Will this be a problem? No, apparently not. Apparently that's fine. Apparently it's fine for them to be like that. I ain't complaining. Makes my life a lot easier. God, I really wish there was like a... Oh, right, I put all my plates in there. Brain went flat for a second. What was I saying? I wish there was a way to mirror this. Because, like, I can rotate it, but I can't, flip it. You know what? We're just going to give it, real quick. We're just gonna, you know. This is a really powerful pickaxe. Like, you know, this is a really powerful pickaxe. There we go. Yes, I know it's Planetoid 3, believe it or not. Considering it is primarily on Planetoid 3. And bop bop And pop. There we go. Then we just have to stitch this on over right there. That should help with our carbon needs quite a bit. Again, at least until it runs out. Because eventually these do run dry. Takes a while, but they do. Oh, you ran out of carbon. I see. Right now we are not in need of iron. And let me get that automated catcher set up. Oh, it has 2 outputs. Why does it have 2 separate outputs? Can I filter its... Okay, I don't know what this means. I don't know what these buttons mean. Okay, you can still manually catch asteroids with it. So it is a strict upgrade. Okay, like I don't know what this button is. It's just, I can say iron. Is it like, it'll prioritize that? Like, could I tell it, yeah, go prioritize a carbon rock. Let's see, does it immediately attract a carbon rock once it's done processing this one? Yeah, so it takes 10 seconds for it to extract each piece of ore from an asteroid. Okay, it did prioritize a carbon, so that might be what that button is. Weird that you can't have it prioritize gold, then. Okay. Oh, whoops, I misplaced these. And... oh, wait, no, it's this button. I do also appreciate mass delete. That is always important. So now we have a whole parade of carbon going down there. And I will set this to have the same rule, where it can only hold 20. Nice, 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 nice. Also, yeah, Blaine? There is a brain cell up somewhere up here, I promise. There is somewhere in here a brain cell. Where is it? Eh. But it's somewhere. Okay. Okay, so yeah, those are full, so yep, now I can just yank out the carbon from there. All right. Let me get some of this in here so we can start making the advance. Oh, you're full. There we go. That will be a big step up. Oh, that is a good stretch. Ugh. It does feel like everyone has like shit going on though. It's like a bunch of folks are moving. Look, my arms have been hurting. My back has been hurting because I've been moving a lot of heavy shit. The demon noises may be excessive. Okay. So how do I recycle this? It says it's recyclable. How do recycle? How do recycling? Okay, I want to get to advanced logistics so I can start properly splitting. Get an inventory expansion because that's just free. If it only costs the basic science, that is just free. I like how there is like one of the most advanced tools is bucket terrain. It's just a fucking bucket. Like, I assume by that they mean like a fill tool, basically. It's just like a way of making like I will be curious how the late game of this one looks. Oh, we got advanced logistics. Let's see. I don't really care about a wall because I need floor for walls to be useful. So we'll just get hydrogen so we can get robotics. Okay. Because I find games that focus on like people and robots can either be really good automation games or kind of shit automation games. Depending on how easy the logistical routing becomes from the people or robots. Okay, we're gonna get a bunch of rods going. I'm gonna want to start, again, properly automating. And we also, what does it cost to make a warehouse? Which is a device, of course. Okay, it takes those same rods, but, and some copper plates. Wait, I can make floor? Wait, when can I make floor? When did I get the ability to make floor? I was bitching about not having a floor. Oh, construction. Oh. Same time I got the ability to make iron plates. Okay, no, floors are not that expensive. Never mind. Wait, customize? Oh no. Oh no, I'm allowed to just make this any color I want. Oh no. Oh no, can I customize the fancier kinds? Oh god, why am I allowed to do this? I mean, I know why. Because it allows you to define sections of your base. But still. So is it like if I just want to add more, do I just bop? Yep. There we go. There we go. We now have new floor. I still don't get, why would I want an icebreaker? Like, why do I want water? The game has told me that I can make an icebreaker and I can store it and distribute it. But my question is why? It's not like I need to drink water. So let me just, nope, not all of it, just one. Which will then create 10 liters of water. Do I then just like, bop? Nope. Apparently there is no water. Oh, did it actually just vent it into space? There we go. So like, I have water. I just don't know why. I have the smallest puddle that man has ever seen. Also, wouldn't water exposed to the vacuum of space like this just instantaneously freeze? Because like, I can just go into the water storage.
Warning, electric storm incoming.
Okay. Wouldn't it do both, actually? Oh, okay, there's, like, when you say an electric storm, you just mean it's a fucking thunderstorm. There's just a fucking thunderstorm in space. Why? Why is there a thunderstorm in space? Oh, fair enough. So it boils, turns into steam, and that steam is just too small to condense. I feel like it would eventually freeze on, like, if it, at least if the water particles eventually find something to condense on. But it would, for our purposes, it would essentially instantaneously boil, and that's it. For a similar reason to like why liquid, is it liquid nitrogen, is just constantly boiling? Because it just boils at room temperature under our atmospheric conditions. Because you can keep it as a stable liquid. You just either have to put it under a lot of pressure or keep it at a low temperature. Why do we have just cans of soil? Why? Where did we get the cans? Can we use those cans for iron? Why do we just have cans of soil? I mean, I guess all metals really are is just compressed soil. Like, soil is actually, also, there shouldn't be soil in space. Like, we were talking earlier about how coal wouldn't exist in space because coal is just, coal is dead living thing, but soil is mostly just dead living things. And the shit of living things, and the shit of the things that eat the shit of other living things. Like, blink. Like, so it'd actually make more sense if this was coal. Also, I'm now curious, does all carbon burn, or is it just coal? Like, if you had pure carbon, does that burn? I know you can can burn diamonds, but you have to get it to a very high temperature. Like, you have to use a very strong external heat source. I don't think the diamonds perpetuate that burning. But I'm like curious, if you have pure carbon that, like, can you light it on fire as a fuel source? I also could be wrong. I don't actually know about, I know about the diamond experiments of passing oxygen over flaming diamonds, basically, to produce, I think it's like carbon dioxide is what you get out of it. I wonder why you didn't. It's a mystery. No one will ever know. Okay, we need more auto asteroid catchers. I know, I'm being silly. Let's see. I think let's do like how do we do this? I wish that there was electricity on a conveyor on the opposite. Can I feed? Okay, quick test. Just real quick. Could I actually, oh, need one more. Feed in the ore into an auto asteroid catcher? Can it just be part of the conveyor belt chain? Cause that would make my life a lot easier. Yes, I know, I'm being a silly because you acknowledge that you were a bit ooped. No, okay. It does not accept inputs. Off you go! Ah! Okay. Oh, right, I also need to make a bunch of copper plates. We're just gonna make 25 copper plates by hand. Not copper plates. Auto asteroid catcher. I did not want to copy that, whatever. Okay, what I could just do is like this. So then these connect like that, and connect up to that together. Wait, actually, no. They have the other side. I fully expect all of this I'm going to have to rip down at some point. Okay, we're just gonna do it that way. And I have enough for one more, right? Yes. Can I put it here? No. Can I put it here, though? Yeah. And then that can go there. Out of the way, droid. Get out of the way, Clanker. Wait, you have power? How do you have power? Wait, what? Oh, you don't. You just don't need power to use your tractor beam, apparently. Fascinating. I would have thought that, a tractor beam would use at least some power. I would have thought that. But apparently not. There we go. We now have a small army Let's see. How is my production going? Apparently we're consuming 20 and producing 20. I'm kind of suspicious of that, so we're gonna add an extra. I mean, even then, you would need to... Like, even with a black hole, you would still need to... spend energy containing it, one would imagine. And in fact, it would then be a really bad thing. Like, we do not want to unleash Lord Singulon. As rare as he is, because the singularity is kinda shit. Oh, a timer pusher. That's actually an interesting idea. Do not push the soil into my furnace, please. That is not good for the furnace. Okay. I need to play more on the Fluff and Stuff server. I will probably be streaming about that one of these days, of just like getting a bunch of y'all onto the Fluff and Stuff server some Saturday, because they need more players. Why? Oh, I was like, why is this getting clogged? Right, I don't actually have a way for it to, you know, unload. Let me grab that and let's just real quick make a basic warehouse. Oh, that is big. Never mind. We will use that elsewhere. Because admittedly, we're not often working with just like raw iron. With bird. Fair. I feel that because like I'm not able to participate a lot of the days because I'm streaming and they don't currently allow streaming. Not because they are against the idea of streaming, but more because they don't want to make people uncomfortable, since we have a lot of people, there's a lot of people who are new to the game. Okay. So now we just do that again, but slightly to the left. Read. To function, objects need to belong to the same station, which is important for all this, but doesn't matter because we're not actually connecting it to something on the other planetoid. The planetoids just overlap a little bit. You know, just a little bit. Just a little bit. I wonder if dirt is just like a way to build your own planetoids later or something like that. There we go. Allergies! Doesn't help that I'm kicking up a lot of dust. Yeah, this should help immensely with our resource production. Because we now have 4 grabbers just stealing all of space's resources. Also, I realize I did not get water, so I will be right back. Should not be more than a minute or 2. You know what? I'll run ads slightly early because I keep getting weirded out because I can hear my own voice because I got rid of the curtains that were preventing reflections. Yeah. I will be right back. But I'll just run ads slightly early so because it's in 15 minutes, but it means we get an hour and 15 minutes of no ads rather than 15 minutes of no ads. Be right back. I am back. That took slightly longer because I got ambushed with questions. Ugh. I also didn't pause the game, so that we probably have a bit of extra stuff. But I'm fine with that. Oh, slots input limit of 20, please. Are you connected? You are not even connected. Whoops. Oh no, it truthfully has a total consumption of 20. Okay then. Though we do still need to, honestly, I should just pick you up. Oh, whoop, I just picked up the floor a little bit. And yump, and whoop. There we go. So now this is now hooked up to power, even if not to automated whatchamacallit. Oh, what the heck? Huh. Why do I always do this? Why do I always find a way to make games act weird? It was like into here? How did I do that? Where it just sort of snapped me. Hi, Silent. Hi, hello. How do, Bean? Wait, 90%. Oh, wait, no. Oh. No, we need an extra one of these, apparently. I don't know why we just went from no use to all the use. But apparently we did. Apparently we did. Oh, wait, I probably need to offset them so that they aren't sharing a tile. And select resources, coal, slots, input stack limit of 20, and realize I need more cable again. I really should set it up that it can automatically make me the cable I need. Okay. How are you doing? But yeah, it's always the plight with these kinds of things. Like, I would love to join. I'm not making an excuse. I really would love to join. It's just, you know, I have other things that I also would love to join. Oh. Oh. Pat dog gently. Gently pat dog. Okay, we're up to 100%. Cool. Let me scoot this back a wee bit. Fair enough. You know, there would be very few people who are going to just scoff at repeatedly lifting a 90-pound weight. There we go. some people, but fair enough. And yes, also if it's not a well-behaved woofer for pickups, because some dogs like being picked up and will just like immediately just chill. Some dogs do not like being picked up. Okay. And you also need to be picked up and scooted over. Let's see, I'm also curious, is there an upgrade? Yes, there is. We can get the Conveyor Belt Pro whenever we have the research for it. Oh, it has to be done manually. That's why it's a bit slow. Okay. That's where it can be a bit important. But it does look like we are most of the way done with basic research. Like, I was surprised we didn't have enough stuff for a hand drill. Parry this, casual! Pulls out Davy Crockett. That is the thing that I'm thinking of, right? The handheld, the rocket-propelled nuclear explosion. Like it's an RPG, but it's a nuke. That's the Davy Crockett, yeah? Don't know if anyone ever actually made that, but it was like a theoretical Davy Crockett. The nuke. Yes. Oh no, it was actually a thing that was deployed. The M28 or M29 Davy Crockett weapon system was a tactical nuclear recoilless smoothbore gun for firing the M388 nuclear projectile armed with the W54 nuclear warhead. It is one of the smallest nuclear weapons ever built, incorporating a warhead with yields of 10 to 20 tons of TNT. Okay, why is that the metric? I have to say, why is that the metric by which all explosions are measured? Why is it always in pounds of TNT? Like, fucking Americans will do anything other than use a measuring system that makes sense. Like, it's 42 to 84 gigajoules. Newtons. It is a no, Newton is mass. Oh no, it is the amount of, the unit of force required to accelerate a mass of 1 kilogram, 1 meter per second, equal to 100,000 dynes. Fair enough. But yeah, it's not quite as much as it's memed to be, because like, it's often memed as like a handheld tactical nuclear recoilless gun. But it is a nuclear weapon that you could, as a single man, fire, basically. Like, it was designed to be, like, one of the things that it was used was, like, it was designed to be used for was basically airdrop in paratroopers, but they can nuke you. I know of rods from God. Yep, like, just set up a space station with some tungsten rods and drop them on whoever you don't like. Also, that would be a work run, funnily enough. Would it be a work run? I know it would be a crime. I think it's technically a gray area, if I remember correctly. Because there is on the Geneva Conventions, you are not allowed to keep weapons of mass destruction in orbit. But I think the question is it a weapon of mass destruction? How destructive would it have to be to qualify? It's okay. And because we were talking about nukes, which then led to Silent bringing up rods from God, which would be a war crime, I believe, but I'm not fully sure. Been a bit. I think the big thing is it's not just a rod, Orion. The rods from God, it's not just that it would hit like a target and just pierce through it. The kinetic force, it would be enough to actually create a blast with how much energy it would accrue. If I recall correctly. But I mean, the war crime, like weapon, like when a weapon starts getting into the like war crime territory is a little bit nebulous. Oh god, there was that one from Lingo that pissed me off. It was like a jerk. I mean, taken seriously, Flynn, no, because that is not a weapon that could, like, a tool to deorbit the moon would be a war crime. The moon itself is not a war crime. But in memery, yes, we need to deorbit the moon. But like early World War I, Germany, which for reference, was the the nation that invented the flamethrower, tried to claim that the trench shotgun was a war crime because it was too effective. Because like, the reason why flamethrower is one of the very few compound nouns in the English language is because it's literally just a direct translation of Flammenwerfer. Like, it's not like, oh, it's a very similar, no, it's literally just, we copied their flamethrowers. And we even copied the name. Because there's just not very many compound nouns in English. It's like, yes, it is. I don't remember the exact duration it is, but. Because you have a lot where it's kind of funny how like a word can be sort of willed into existence if you just make it sound like a real word. Like, what is it? Ginormous, I think it is? Was not a word. Like, ginormous is a relatively recent word to exist. Like, most of the examples are from the last, like, decade. And it's literally the movie Elf. So, like, the movie Elf is, so 2003. It has been a word for 23 years. Because it was just as a joke of this relatively stupid character who doesn't really get the human society, just sticking the words enormous and gigantic together. And then people were just like, yeah, that sounds like a reasonable enough word, and started using it. And now it is a word. Because there is no, like, concrete definition of when does a word become a word. Like, I have talked about this before because of my love of the word Pneumona ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis. There is no single definition for when is a word not a word. Because if I say conflorbulus, that's obviously not a word. Unless I start to convince enough of you that conflorbulus is a word meaning a sense of extreme confusion. Like, that's not a word until enough people agree that conflorbulus means a state of extreme confusion. And any definition is, like, for example, dictionary. Dord was a word. D-O-R-D. Problem is, nobody ever actually thought that Dord was a word. Because Dord was actually lowercase d or uppercase d is an abbreviation for density. But some dictionary editor saw that, thought the spaces were accidental, and was like, yep, it's Dord. So for several years, Dord, by the dictionary, was a word that nobody would ever actually fucking use. There you go. Let's get that all sent off. Yeah, I mean, words are a serious topic. But yeah, like, that's why as well, the discussion on the very linguistically nerdy discussion of what is the longest word is an impossible question to answer. Because it depends, what is your definition of a word? Not your definition of longest, that's pretty concrete, unless you get into, like, pronunciation length versus written length versus, what your blah blah blah. But, like, because there's the longest word that has been recorded. I cannot repeat this word. Because it is over 200,000 characters long. Yes, the full chemical composition of the protein Titan is over 200,000 characters long. But nobody would ever say that word. Okay, it's not over 200,000. It's 189,819 letters. And that is the longest known word by magnitudes. Saying the entire word the attempts have taken 2 to 3.5 hours. But it's a technical word that is not in a dictionary, and it's extremely arguable if it even counts as a word because it's a compound. It's just sticking a bunch of words together that are part of a protein. It's not really, you're not often going to use that sequence. You're just going to call it Titan. Or Titan. Then you have the longest published word, which is the chemical name of E. coli, which is 1,909 characters. Which I still can't pronounce. Then you have the longest word coined by a major author and the longest word to appear in literature, as in not like a technical description, but as something that is used in a book written, a non-technical word. And it is Lopodota machosa lagosa galio craniol ipsendo drim hypo trimmamato silifilo carabom lito kata ketch kaimeno kick lepi kasi fiofato perisale alec tyrana tepec Falio, Kikelo, Pelalio, Legeo, Sarayo, Bephimetra, Ganata, Patagaria. God. And that word, I mean, it basically is Cosmo. That actually is kind of what it is. Like, if you translate it out, if you translate it from Greek, the word would be, it would be translated as something at like limpets, oysters, saltfish, and a skate too, a dish lampreys with the remains of sharp sauce and birds' brains, with honey so luscious, plump back blackbirds and thrushes, coxcombs and ring doves, which each epicure loves, also wood pigeons blue with juicy snipes too, and to close all, oh rare, the wings of jugged hare. It is basically just a compound word of a whole bunch of foods. Then you have Numino Ultramicroscopic Volcanoconiosis, which is the longest word in a major dictionary. But it is both of contrived coinage, it's a technical term, meaning it's used only in a specific discipline, such in that case medicine, and it's never actually used in communication. Also, it's not the disease silicosis. It is a fictional disease as well, because it would specifically be a form of silicosis caused by extremely fine ash particles from a volcano, which just doesn't exist. Then you have supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, which is a nonsense word with contrived coinage. The longest non-contrived word in a major dictionary is hypoparathyroidism. But that is a technical word, meaning it is only used in medicine, pretty much. And then you have the word that is the least arguable as a longest word contender, which is anti-disestablishmentarianism. That word, which is 28 letters long, is its longest word that has actively been used in the past, and it is non-technical. By any standard, it is one of the longest words. I assume I am one of them. You also have the really funny one, which there is also the really funny one that has, because technically anti-testamentarianism is not in all dictionaries because it is not commonly used in the modern day. So I guess you could make an argument there. Then the longest word with absolutely zero asterisks is demi-semi-hemi-demi-semi-quaver, which is a 256th note in music. And that word is just kind of fun to say. Demi-semi-hemi-demi-semi-quaver. Also a bit of a tongue twister. And yeah, also though, Cosmo, as much as Numino Ultramicroscopic Volcanoconiosis looks and sounds that, it looks and sounds like a really intimidating word, it's actually not, because all you need to do is break it down to its parts. It's Numino, relating to the lungs, Ultra, extremely, Micro, small, Scopic, the scale of, Silico, I think that's like sand or particle, Volcano, I hope you know what that one means, Coniosis, a suffix relating to disease. Nope, it's not silicon, actually. Oh, did I skip? Oh, no, is it silicon? Because, like, there's... I think it's from the Latin use rather than... Volcano. Like, a volcano. Oh, no, it is silicon. Or wait, I always get silica and no, it is. So I guess it's even more specifically, it's actually caused by silica. It translates to a volcano. Like, it literally is just the Greek word for a volcano. Like, it's a word we took straight. Numinos. Let's see. Yeah, it is. Yeah, literally translated from Greek, it is lungs beyond small looking silica volcano dust condition. Like, if you literally translate out all of the Greek, it is, lungs beyond small-looking silicon volcano dust medical condition. Or a medical condition, consisting of... Also, yeah, we did kind of move on, but yeah, like, TNT is a weird fucking, way of measuring an explosion. How did we get to long words from extremely weird ways of measuring explosions, which we got to from the Davy Crockett, which we got to from War Crimes, which we got to from Rods of God, which we got to from... What did we get? How did that start?
Electric storm incoming.
Was not from an electric storm incoming. I don't remember how we got to Rods from God. I always like going back through my tangents because what the fuck? How did we get to this? Oh, we got there from parrying in Elden Ring. I am so autistic that I am able to, in a reasonable-ish conversation, connect parrying in Elden Ring to Numina Ultramicroscopic Silico Volcano Coniosis. This is the power of autism. Okay, let's get that going. Hand drill, thank you very much. Engines, thank you very much. Gold smelting. Docking. And all this time, my shit has been just getting produced in the background. Okay, I might need to just rip this up at some point. It's kind of in an awkward spot. But robot assembler. I am curious about what the robot... God damn it. You guys are dorks. But yeah, it's like, there are some really fucking weird measurements that people use. Like, let me look up weird measurements. Weird measurement units. Let's see. All right, there is the butt. I do know about the butt. There is, like, butt load is a real... A butt load is a real measurement. Nibble is a real measurement. That one is, half a bite, if I recall correctly. I mean, I am a nerd for retro game mechanics, and there are several games that actually used nibbles. They used like 1 byte, and half of the byte was used for one variable, and the other half was used for another variable, because of how space efficient retro games had to be. Wait, a foe is a measurement? List of humorous units of measurement. Of course, is a Wikipedia article. A foe is apparently equal to 10 to the power, I think that's 10 to the power of 44 joules. Foe power measurements. Let's see. Foe units. Yes. A foe is a unit of energy equal to 10 to the power of 44 joules. Used to express the large amount of energy released by a supernova. Fascinating. Oh. Apparently, some more silly ones that are technically defined. You have a barn. Because apparently a barn is a serious metric unit of area used by nuclear physicists. Along with a barn megaparsec. Like, apparently, 1 barn is equal to 1 times 10 to the, what is it, negative 28th power? What the fuck does that mean? I don't know that. I don't know that math. And that's meters to the meters squared. Which is apparently used by particle accelerator physicists to refer to the probability of achieving a collision between particles. Because for nuclear purposes, that is actually quite large. Okay, there's some really silly ones in here. Oh, there is the Ono second. That one's a good one. Wait, this is an actual... Okay, no, it's an informal one, but still. Oh... Why are so many of these just bug genitalia? Apparently the Australians use bee's dick, and there's a, I'm gonna probably butcher this, my apologies to the German viewers that I know exist in my community, a Moogsegel? Because apparently it's It apparently is used to designate a non-specific, very small length or amount of something, and it refers to a housefly's scrotum. That is such a specific thing. That. So it's also Alemannic German? So I think this might actually be like I think it might be more Germanic rather than German. I opened this, I opened the page on Alemannic German, and I am a linguistic nerd. I do not know half of these. It apparently is the term used for a group of High German dialects. The name derives from the ancient Germanic tribal confederation known as the Alemanni, all men. Alemannic dialects are spoken by approximately 10 million people around the world. So it seems like it is both Old German, but it's also actively spoken in Switzerland, specific parts of Germany, Austria, Liechtenstein, France, Italy, some parts of the United States, and Venezuela. According to this Wikipedia article. Yeah, apparently most or all German-speaking Swiss do speak Alemannic. Okay, one of my favorite indexes, I'm gonna actually focus on the game while yapping about this though, is the stripper index, which is a theory that strippers are better able to predict incoming economic downturn than most other people. Because if you're cutting back on anything, it is going to a stripper. It's going to a strip club. This is going to sound like an insult. It's not, because I am included in the group I would be insulting, but I think it would technically be, I think streamers would technically be a part of the stripper index. This sounds like I'm making fun of e-girls. I'm not, this is just a legitimate statement. Basically is that because entertainment like strippers, is kind of at the end of the food chain in terms of a lot of economics, where you are getting paid by people who are getting paid by often so on and so forth. Like, often you're a lot of the people that go to strip clubs are people that are getting paid by people who are above them, so on and so forth. Like, not that, like, strippers are, like, lower class citizens or anything. It's just the nature of their work means that they are reliant on the generosity of people who are also reliant on a lot of the economy being going well. So that means if they are starting to experience, if they're getting less tips, that means everyone is making less money, kind of deal. So, legitimately, streamers can be considered part of the stripper index because I am much the same. My money comes from y'all's generosity. And that does mean that if y'all are not doing well financially, I will not be making very much money. Inversely, if the economy is doing very well, y'all are quite likely to feel like, yeah, you know what? I'll give this weird moth guy on the internet a couple of bucks. I can afford it, right? Blossom! Wow! You heckin' dork! Thank you for gifting 5 subs! Fine, if you want me to strip that bad. You heckin' dork, thank you! Like, y'all have been really generous this last, like, month or so. So I was going to do, like, a whole thing of, like, trying to, earning a bit of money to, what the fuck is that? Of, like, trying to earn enough money to, like, get some upgrades on the other end. But I don't think I need to, because y'all are generous fucking beans. Mainly I want to get some more proper soundproofing. Specifically, I don't know if I've yapped about this on stream before. Those soundproofing panels you probably think of when I say the word soundproofing are not the kind of soundproofing I need. And I want to share this information for anyone else in a similar position. If you are trying to, like, those soundproofing prevents echo, which is useful. Those are great. Like, stopping echo is great for recording. It means you don't hear yourself. If you don't have a condenser mic, you don't get the reverb coming from the wall. But if you are trying to stop other people on the other side of a wall, for example, hearing you, then you actually want to just get what Orion said. Just get a thick ass blanket, a thick curtain, anything like that. Like, what I have been recommended is go on Amazon and look up soundproofing blanket. A lot of them are used to do things like put over a dog's cage if you are doing something where it's going to be loud and you want to keep it, if you're keeping it in a crate out of necessity temporarily. Or if you're doing construction work and you want to avoid the sound propagating. That kind of thing. Okay, now let me see this drill. If I can figure out how to switch it. Was X? Oh, you tap X. Hand drill. Oh, that is quite effective. You know what? I think at this point we just, you know, yoink. Yoink. Yee! I think it just triggered just off of you, so it's technically a scam train. Shrug. I don't really push hype trains very much because, you know, like, it is what it is. It used to be a big special thing. It's not anymore. They've made them too common. Oh, and this also gets me a ton of basic science doing this. Okay, the miner is still definitely has a use, even with this, because big chunks of, like, this are gonna be a pain, but dirt, I can handle. Yeah! And now it's like 2 people doing a thing, or 1 person doing a thing, or if Twitch feels like it, only 1 person doing a minor thing. I think I've seen them trigger off of just someone getting raided before. Like, not even any donations happening, just a raid. But yeah, so give me money if you want to, but I just don't push hype trains. I'll push hype trains if I'm doing an event already, but... I mean, you say /J, I honestly at this point don't know how /J this is. Okay, now I'm curious, could I just, like... Okay, no. But, like, I can now just... get some flooring. So, nope, not that button. Scoop up that. And then we're just going to, I keep using my scroll bar to try to do that when that's not how that works. Then we just drop a drill down. Not droll. And I got a fish. I got a fish with a heart. Okay, that is a good emote. Admittedly. There is one hype train emote that I do actually want, which is the balloon dog taking a balloon dog shit, because that has just become a meme. It's fun to bully people with balloon dog taking a balloon dog shit. But I don't have it yet, and I don't know if it's in the current rotation. Like, fuck off, asteroid. Oh, are you really not going to mine? It's really going to insist? Grumble, grumble, grumble. Okay, good to know. At least it's easy to clean up, and I can just manually mind it. Mind it? This'll just be a way of getting a bunch of basic science at this point. Yippee! A lot of it is honestly, I just picked emotes that I would use. That was honestly most of the thought process that went into it. Because it's funny. Sometimes as well though, is I just get get it gifted or something. Like the jar one, Wes just made that. Just without me even asking, without me even like suggesting it, they just made it because they're a cool dude. Life has gotten busy for them, so unfortunately they haven't been able to like okay, let me clear the recipes. And then yoink everything. Steal you, and we are going to make a smelter district. I still don't know, like, how do I recycle you? Because it says it's recyclable. What does that mean? Okay, and I'm going to add in gold to this. Okay, oh god, that is a lot of carbon, which is good, but so then this, I can't make the better smelter anytime soon, can I? No, which is good. Let me get oxygen and hydration. Wait, there is hydration? Oh, I see. I am just some freak that doesn't need to drink. Other humans do need to drink water. That's the point of water. Okay. Why do I not have conveyor belts in my hotbar here? Okay, and not the carbon reactor. Am I on the wrong? Construction. Yeah, no, I'm a weird little guy, and I like weird little emotes. Bup, bup, bup. Okay, where is... Oh, it's in device, isn't it? Yes, there it is. Oh, I already had it in my fucking hotbar. I'm just blind. Okay. So we're going to just set up a whole bunch of these. Which are going to be, so you are going to be doing just copper and iron with a input cap of 100. And you are going to be just the same. Just to speed up production. Logic. I do still have a couple of emote slots I need to sort out. I need to figure out what I want to put on them. Copper and iron. There we go. Cause I mean, sometimes you just need to throw a brick at people. For legal reasons, don't throw bricks at people. I really hope I don't have to specify this to most people, but just in case. Okay, this is gonna make more of our specialty stuff. Because it's generally considered rude and they might have to go to the hospital. Just officially, Balinar does not condone violence. Just for legal reasons. Okay, I'm just gonna make a shitload of plates. I mean, I guess it depends which part of the hospital. It's not that bad. It's not too bad if they're already a corpse. They would be at the hospital then. But we're not gonna go and get into the trolley problem, but with bricks. It's not gonna be under what circumstance is it moral to throw a brick at someone? We could, I guess. I do love the trolley problem. The trolley problem is such a... It's a legitimately interesting psychological, it's a test. It's an interesting, because it's the idea of it is to demonstrate utilitarianism. And by the original creator's intent, most people that take it agree with him on utilitarianism. Wait, I have just realized I can't power these. I have crammed them a little too tightly. But then people who disagreed with him pretty much immediately showed that his the question he was asking was flawed. Wait, no. Put a gap, you dumbass. There. Because utilitarianism is the belief that the way you should act is basically it's the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. It is prioritize the happiness of the most number of people. Wait, that's aluminum. I was gonna say it's silver. So we need iron and copper. And so in theory, what you are doing is you are choosing to murder someone to save more people than you are harming. That is what the trolley problem is, in theory, supposed to be demonstrating. problem is a lot of people do not see it that way. A lot of people interact with it as kill one person or kill 5 people, basically. Because our brains just don't register the pulling of the lever to divert the trolley. Oh shit. As killing the one. This is me going on a whole tangent. So then, like, well, most people will say, that they would kill the one in a standard trolley problem. If you do something like, for example, pushing someone onto the tracks to stop the train, a lot of people suddenly get a lot less utilitarian. A lot of people start being, yeah, that's, a little much. Okay, I'm also thinking, let me get rid of that, and we're gonna have this other one specifically pull carbon and plates. This one makes rods and gold. Let's give you some, but not all of mine. And these are just going to go up and connect. That's not how you connect, no. There we go. Much neater. Wait, I have advanced, so let me get a proper splitter. Splitting specifically carbon. From its perspective, 0 here. And then I think an even split does make sense. And then we're going to have all of this. Oh, I can use a blocker as well. Damn it, I need more copper again. And this is going to be our first warehouse, finally. Bop. All right. Oh, you can even see what's inside of it. That's neat. Actually, I was gonna say I could put a blocker on it, but I don't need a blocker on it, do I? I need a blocker on what comes out of it. But now I need a manufacturer. Oh god, these are really, really big. Okay, that's going to go there. I kind of hope a late game upgrade is wireless power. I'm gonna put this out to here. Then that goes like that. Well, that hooks back up into that because we're going to be using another splitter. Modify, sends 0 off to the right, and again, 50-50. You are going, oh wait, you only make wire. What makes plates? I thought the manufacturer was what made plates. What makes plates? The constructor. Shit. Device. Constructor. Oh god, why are you even bigger? Why do you have two outputs? What's the point of having two outputs? I guess for faster outputting. Okay. Device. Constructor. Bars into plates. Okay, that would be cramped. I need one more. There. Constructor. Bam. And then you connect up like so. You are going to specifically be making copper plates and iron plates. And we need to slightly change this. So this goes like that. And then we have a splitter there, sending 0 off to the left. 50% goes straight, 50% go to the right, but we need to specifically be having it check for iron plates, not copper ones. And finally, conveyor belts. But we then need to put a allower, I believe it's called. A filter. And we want to only allow iron and copper bars through. Nothing else. So all of the gold and rods that are in there will stay in there. Oh god, it manufactures fast, don't it? There are also some things that we want to keep. There are times where we're also going to want to just keep the raw bars, I think. Okay, well, anyway. We are just going to give this a whole bunch of stuff. And it can sort it out. Merge items. All right. Back to the tangenting. What was I tangenting about before I got into the project? Like, I've been missing just yapping. That's definitely the thing that I love most about streaming, is just getting to yap about complete and utter nonsense. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm able to fill in terrain. Neat, I guess. Let's just clean this all up real quick. Oh. God. Definitely a lot faster to get basic science with the drill. Like, by a large margin. I wonder, can I place things upside down? Like, can you do vertical rotation? Oh, wait, there is a mirror button! How did I not notice there was a fucking mirror button? And no, it looks like there is a... It's not like Space Engineers where there is no such thing as up. There is a astral up, basically. I have no idea what noises those were. Those ones are new even by my standards. Oh, we have something cramming the system. Ah, I see, we have too much carbon. Okay. Let us make it... Why am I talking like this? Why does this happen? Don't... Wait. That's... You can't feed an imp... Can't feed... You cannot feed an input into an output. That's not how that works. And storage container. There we go. Ugh. Is there any way for me to set this so it can only pull... No, not really. Edge generation? Okay. I am also going to want to cap it. Input stack limit 100. Problem. Okay, we need to actually slightly change how I'm doing this. I think by doing like this. Basically, right now we have a slight issue that either one of the lines can get jammed. That's gold. Okay, well, we can fix that later. Logic blocks, filter, only allow copper bars. Well, this one will only allow iron. There we go. That way, neither of the lines are dependent on the other one. This looks very full for not even being halfway. It's not even a third, in fact. But yeah, this will give us plates, rods, all that good stuff. Oh, are you full? No, you weren't. Oh, right, dumb. Okay, and then copper, gold, iron. ice does belong here. As does carbon to some degree. Let's just drop a whole bunch of iron and copper off at you, give you a whole bunch of iron and copper. You can get some gold real quick. Okay, now you get copper. You get copper. And we need a little more power. Now, do not put soil into the fucking reactor. That's not how we power these. Jesus Christ. We are not powering my reactor with soil. I probably won't go for too much longer because I do still need to pack some shit up, and I should get that done and all that. As much as I want to keep just yapping, there'll be time for that once I'm no longer mid-move. I'll be doing a little more, but probably like 30 minutes, and then we'll find someone to raid, and I'll force myself to shop, I guess. Cry. Okay. Let's see what the robot assembler can do for us. And let's also not die of oxygen deprivation. That would also be good. I have no ice. Because I just stored it all. Okay then, let's not die a horrible, painful death in space. Thank you very much. Okay, now let's see what the robot assembler can do for us. It requires hydrogen tanks and copper plates. So we need to figure out how to make a hydrogen tank. That was hydro generator. So it's water and coal. Well, I can definitely do that. Why is Icebreaker a utility? Utilities, water cell. There we go. Yep, so that is a, you can't just extend it like that. Good, good, good. Then, bop. Bop. And we need this to go Pop up. But I guess water is a utility, in fairness. There we go. We can make some hydrogen tanks now. Nice, nice. Nope, not all of it. I'm trying to split it. We'll throw like 50 in there, actually. Just so we can make a good chunk of hydrogen tanks. And we also needed copper... Was it bars? No, copper plates. Now we just need to get it hooked up to power. Power. A form of lycanthropy where one becomes an electrical entity for every full moon. Why is it the full moon, now that I think about it? Like, now that I think about it, why is it the full moon turns lichens? Like, makes sense for wolves, because wolves tend to have a connection to the moon. Why for other? Is it just inherited from, Is it just inherited from werewolves, basically? So I can make transport bots, and I can mass produce these guys. The question is, are they worth mass producing? I mean, look at the little guy. Let me change. Where's my robot? There's the robot. Oh, it is R, not 5. Or, nope. Doesn't have any instructions for how to... Oh. Transporter. First station. Okay. How do I tell you lot to do a thing? How do I tell them to do an thing? Transport bots. Now move resources from one device to another. By default, they are designed to deliver food to the canteen. You can define requested resources for each device in the deposit menu. Oh, okay. So if I, like, go into here... Catch asteroids. Let me... This. Add requested resources. Ah, okay. So I can just use them sort of as conveyor belts, but I'm guessing they're going to be relatively slow. But they're designed as a way of kind of consolidating a wide variety of resources. It's like, I could just tell them... What's something I could tell them? You know what? Add requested resources. Bots, go get hydrogen tanks to create more robots. I see no possible way that this could go poorly. Absolutely zero conceivable way that this could end poorly. Let me give it a little more storage. So we are going to want a bunch of these. Am I able to have them deliver me stuff? No. I guess, though, that's what the warehouse is for. Oh, and yep, now there's 3 of them. Yes! Good! Oh! So they just kind of scamper along through my nest of conveyor belts and grab stuff. Nice. But yeah, definitely a lot slower than using just a conveyor belt. But good if it's an awkward place. Oh, that's also interesting. These three are not doing anything. Why not? Is there just a cap of 3 robots per, like, task? Because, like, what if I tell them... What if I tell them, you know what, go get me carbon? No, we already have carbon in there. Oh, you actually can set the max transport bot, so I could actually tell them 99. Oh, 99. Is it just capped at 3? You can mark it as storage. Okay, I see. So you can have them either only take from storages or only take from things that are actively producing. Makes sense. Yeah, it seems like they are capped at 3. In that case, let me remove that request. I think this will probably be enough transport bots. Okay, I should go get back to the moving grind. But I do like this. I did get a key for free. I do need to specify that. But is good. It is definitely a promising automation game. I will be playing more when I just kind of want to brain into yap, because it's a very good game. Automation games are great to just kind of yap at y'all. Y'all are good beans. Yes. Thank you for chilling. There is always the worry that, like, folks aren't going to come back. Pat, like, bottom finger. Like, what if they hate me suddenly? Because I've been gone for a week. But yes. Thank you all. Like, sincerely. Thank you all for chilling with me today, and I will have to go. I will be streaming a few times over this coming week. Again, I might stream every day. I might stream only some of the days. It will depend on how close I am to being done TM with moving. Like, if I have everything packed up tonight, I'll be streaming every day. If it's shit, there's an entire closet of shit I forgot about, then, I won't be streaming for a couple of days. You know the feel. And, yeah. And then after the 26th, I believe it is, possibly on the 26th, possibly after the 26th, not fully sure yet, there will be no streams until, like, at least, like, the 7th or 10th. Like, somewhere in that general ballpark, depending on how long it takes me to unpack, get settled, all that. I am explicitly not setting a specific I am coming back on this day because, It just depends on how I want to give myself plenty of time to get unpacked so I'm not living in a mess. Which dork do we raid though? Do y'all want some chaos, some co-working, or a weird little game? There's a couple of dorks I kind of want to raid into. Or RimWorld. RimWorld's another option. Though they've been going for a while, so maybe not. Ah, there's too many darks! Like, this is always a problem. It's like, I want to support all of these beans! I want to raid all of them! But yeah, you have to roll, it's roll and then the number of sides. Not a, I do not have it set up to support RPG notation, so. If you roll, so you can only roll an X-sided die, not X-sided dice. Maybe I'll try to make that work. Not sure how I would do it exactly. Fair enough! You know, I do have roll. You know what? Okay, they just got raided by someone else. Let's raid this other dork. Let's raid a fellow Möth. Why? Iron Isopods. They're a good dork. I don't get to raid into him that much. And yes. Yap. Also, why did you throw a brick at me? Is that just because I was being self-degradation? I was self-degrading? Because if so, valid. Brick your friends when they self-degrade. Or your streamers. Don't allow that shit. Y'all are appreciated. Y'all are valued, etc., etc. Yeah, they're just chilling. I don't actually quite know what they're doing. Oh, they're coding in StreamerBot. And yes, if you've enjoyed my nonsense today, you can find my Blue Sky there, and I forgot to tell Blue Sky I was streaming. Motherfucker, I knew I was forgetting something. I knew there was that nagging feeling at the beginning of stream that I was forgetting something. And it was that I forgot to tell Blue Sky I was streaming. I'm gonna be back sometime over the next week. I will definitely be back on Wednesday. If nothing else, I'm gonna be doing goblin cleanup with some beans on Wednesday. Unless it's like really emergency cleanup. But I might be back tomorrow. We shall see. I hope you all had a wonderful time chilling with me with Astro Colony, and raid call was above. Top one's for non-subs, bottom one is for subs. Y'all are wonderful beans. Take care of yourself. Peace.